Sustainability is becoming a really interesting area as corporations embrace it in their organizations, and it's an area at Verona Communications we've noticed is increasingly getting more and more attention. I think it started with a maturing youth generation entering the workforce who had a major concern about their future, the effects of climate change, a connectedness to the international economic affairs, the impacts of globalization, an increased focus on resources and energy, and an inaction from government, which has increasingly fueled a frustration or an attitude shift. We need to be more creative and change the way we do things. What corporations are doing is obviously of interest to people. So businesses that are trying to build an emotional connection with their stakeholders need to have a real story to tell. Unless firms are genuinely committed to a sustainable existence, there's a real danger in implementing sustainability superficially. Businesses are embracing sustainability as business strategy. We see it as more of an accurate internal accounting practice. There are numerous companies now that place an enormous focus on sustainability because of cost savings. Probably the most popular transformation stories in this respect is Walmart. Walmart talks about how sustainability appears to have quite literally reinvigorated the creativity of their own staff, encouraged not only by their success, but the enthusiasm from outside. It all started with meetings with environmentalists, NGOs, and politicians. Walmart's CEO talks about how this actually was a very interesting process. It made people less defensive, and the awful feeling he had before when he met with people that hated him went away. Walmart started deploying tools to improve their environmental performance, their suppliers, and then ultimately their competitors followed to keep up. Walmart is huge. In the first 100 days of 2010, Walmart generated more revenues than Google had in its entire 10-year history. One tiny focused example is that they have 348 stores in Mexico that now rely completely on energy supplied from the wind. That saves them $1 million a year. They explain how running a superstore on 30% less energy is just pure waste elimination. It can be from transportation, packaging, energy, raw materials. What we do is we dive into a corporation's business practices and we start asking why. We shine a light on it, we reveal it, we change it. Cutting costs and cutting waste, that's good for business. Generating jobs and wealth that isn't at the expense of the environment, that's capitalism creating a decent society. The success stories are endless. GE, Starbucks, Coca-Cola, Nike, the list goes on. But successful businesses are showing that sustainability saves money, and it needs to be a part of a successful business's long-term strategy. It's a bottom-up approach to business, and it's the new frontier of innovation. The number of grants and loans for businesses in this area continues to grow as well. Businesses embarking on new environmental programs and initiatives are typically driven by their values and desire to reduce their environmental footprint, and then also compliance with regulations or anticipating future regulations on energy use and carbon emissions is certainly a competitive advantage. It's not just a nice thing to do, it's a business imperative.